is my rise session for the core word some. First of all, step 1, regulation and reconnection. I've got lots of lovely silky sensory scarves here, and I'm going to pre-scent them with these lovely soap scents. It's a really great way of learners exploring lots of different scents, but in a safe way. And then it smells like berries. And I've pre-scented all of the scarves. They all smell like a different fruit, which will help our learners prepare their bodies for what's to come later on. We can play peekaboo, peekaboo. We can do tug of war. Oh no! We can scrunch them up. We can throw them in the air. They've got the trajectory schema. We can post them, we can tie them together, we can make a den, whatever your learners want to do to explore. They could dance with them. Everything is good. We're just going to follow their lead and explore and regulate and connect with each other in that beautiful sensory way. And we could do this for the whole session if they want to, if that's what they're needing. But I do want to offer them something more, a group shared sensory experience, and that's where the rest of the steps come in. So let's go and have a look at what step 2 might look like. I've stepped away from where we were playing before to come and set up the invitation, something really inviting to entice my learners to come on over it on their own terms. Got a blender here. These Nutri blenders are really brilliant because all of the blades are inside the cup, so there's nothing to touch. It's really easy to use. All they have to do is push down and it starts to spin. It's really important when you're using anything noisy like this that you are providing your learners with ear defenders if they are needed. And as adults, we can model this too. We can also do the sound in short bursts as well. It's really important to offer symbols for stop or finished, too loud, need a break, that kind of thing as well. Like, I'm just going to do it in short bursts to try and get their interest. Some of my learners will come running over and want to turn themselves, whilst others are looking a little bit tentative, just wanting to observe. That's great. The invitation has worked. Now it's time for step 3, the shared experience. Let's go and have a look at what that might look like. Now remember, our core word of the week is some. So I want to provide some fruit for them to explore, and maybe we can chop up and make some smoothies together too. As I'm getting them out, I can say some grapes, and some orange, and
some banana.
Wow, lots of
fruit.
And I've also got these lovely plastic knives as well. I got these from IKEA. They're fantastic because they actually do chop the fruit, but they are not sharp at all. And they can be trying the fruit, cutting the fruit, rolling the fruit, smelling the fruit. No pressure at all to eat, just exploring, squishing, exploring the fruit together. Meanwhile, the adults are trying to get in the core word some in any opportunity we can. So we can say, oh, would you like
some banana?
Oh, let's chop some banana. And they can chop, 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 chop. We can put in
some banana.
We can put in some banana into our smoothie. We could even have some yogurt. Ooh, yogurt.
Some
yogurt. And obviously I want them to be doing this as much as they can, and it doesn't matter that they're getting messy, it doesn't matter they're eating it, it doesn't matter that they're getting everywhere. They're doing it themselves, they're happy to do it, they're engaged, and they're learning lots of different skills, including the core word, and that is fantastic. That's exactly what we want to see. They can also choose what juice they want to add. We could have water, we could have milk, we could have orange juice. Oh, I'm going to have some milk. Ooh. And it's also okay if you don't have a high-tech device. You could have a sound button. I want some more. And you could also have paper-based copies as well. You know, this has got loads of fruit on it so they can be pointing. Or we've got lots of symbols for them to use to request and match and communicate and use to communicate with. And adults can be modelling these as well. There really is no right or wrong way to use this for communication. Whatever your learners want to use is great for RISE. And we want to be validating all communication attempts. When our fruit is all the way to the top, the adult can put on the lid and the learners can take turns putting it upside down. There's going to be some noise. Ready, steady, go! Whoa! If that's too much for your learners and they absolutely can't stand a blender, that's also fine. You can have some potato mashers, which is just as fun. Or an adult could take it away and blend it and then bring it back and you can all have a drink together. And then we can all have our cups and we can taste our smoothie. Some smoothie. So that's the shared experience, and we can explore and play like this as long as they're happy and engaged in learning. But eventually either the fruit will run out or the learner's interest will start to wane. And then it's time for step 4, ending. How do we come out of this really fun and loved activity into whatever's next? Well, let's go and have a look at what that might look like. Well, first of all, I'm going to get my fruit bowl and I'm going to request what fruit I need. I want some grapes.
Some grape.
Some grapes. Grapes! And then hopefully a learner will find them and put them in my fruit bowl. I can ask for
some orange.
Some oranges. I can ask for
some apple.
Some apple. And I could ask for some banana and put them in the fruit bowl. And eventually, as the learners aren't using the items, we will gradually take away the items. Any knives that aren't being used, any cups that aren't being used will slowly be taken away. It's clear that the work is coming to an end. And at this time as well, I'll be playing tidy up music to cue in the learners that it is going to come to an end soon. But the key is not to rush, to give them as much time as they need to carry on exploring however they need to process and come down out of the activity. To help this, it's good to add another activity in, something regulating and calming, but also just as fun. And this could be wiping the table, maybe with wet wipes or with a cloth or a flannel, and we could be wiping all of the fruit away from the tuft tray. If you think your learners would love to learn language in this really fun and engaging group activity, then these are RISE sessions, and we've got level 1 and level 2 training available on our website. The RISE sessions are also included as part of the Core Word programme. Comment below and I'll send you a direct link to everything.